guys, what's life here, and this is my Vorago guide. Okay, first up we'll have the gear. You want something like full Tetsu or full Torva, just a mele gear. This is obviously a mele DPS guide. Replace my Virtus one with a Drago Ray, or just any main hand Drago, and my book with not hand Drago. I didn't mean to have them on me. It was just a big mistake, but oh well. Okay, to get there, you want to tally to fill it all lodestone, and just go north. And enter this cave. Enter boss room. Go over here. Go over here. And just follow how I go. Or in Scrimshaw, Vampirism, or Penance. Or if you haven't got a Vampirism one, or whatever you want to use really. You can replace Tetsu Helm with the Sea Singer hood for the melee defense, but you don't need to. After you get here, if it's the first time, you want to talk to him and go through all the chat options and stuff. And now I'll show you how to kill it. Okay guys, starting now. Someone will go and challenge Vorago, and all that you'll have to do is click yes to accept that message. So after you've done that, all you need to do really is I like to put protect item on first, and then you gotta wait for it to push you off the cliff. You can overload and put the rest of your prayers on now, but you don't really have to, so just wait a few seconds and it will push you off the cliff. The more people you have, the less damage you'll get dealt there. It will divide it 50k damage between all of you. Now you can overload and prayer renewal and turn prayers on now once you're down here, and eat up, of course, if I didn't already say that. And one person will lure it and another person will climb up the cliff to get ready to jump on it. All that you have to do at the moment is just attack it and use your defense abilities like resonance to heal you and stuff, and rejuvenation when you can. As you can see, they're having a bit of trouble luring it here. This was probably not the best clip to use, but this was the only one I recorded anyway because I get a bit laggy when I'm recording. So yeah, there will be a few mistakes in here, but not too many extreme mistakes. Now you can either have the choice of dual wielding or keeping your shield on. If you're getting dealt a lot of damage, I just recommend putting the shield on, but you can also DPS here. And as you can see, it's lured, and then someone to the south pokes it like just happened there, and then the person jumps onto it. And now you just got to DPS it, or you can use your shield if you want now, but I recommend dual wielding to DPS it to end the kill. All that you have to do is get it to 0 life points. As you can see, it's happening now. Just going down fast with all the mage DPSs. As you can see, I just put on the dual wield to hit a bit more, and now that stage is over. Now I don't really know where to run after the kills. I think it just jumps around spots, I'm not quite sure, so just dodge wherever it's jumping to, otherwise you will get hit a bit of damage. And you can use abilities to stall adrenaline until it spawns the second phase. As you can see, I just used resonance there and probably surge earlier to stop my adrenaline bar from going down. Now all that you want to do this phase is just keep your shield on, and whenever it slams down on someone like that before you, if you're clockwise voking, you want to voke off him and then use freedom after to get rid of the bleed. And if it's clockwise, it will just go around in a circle and people will voke and anticipate like that. Or you can also have a vote order where you just voke it in order. Yeah, so once you, as in if it's clockwise or a voke order, if you see you voke off the person before you just as they get smashed. And yeah, so just wait for this phase to get through really. You'll not kill it straight away. It's not like you get the HP bar to the end. Instead you gotta wait a bit. it will regain health every once in a while. I don't think you can stop that. I think it just does it a certain amount of times. But don't worry, this is probably the longest phase. Oh, and also I forgot to mention, this is pretty self-explanatory, like you'd figure this out even if it wasn't in the guide, but it will come up with Vorago is reflecting damage to all the foes and all your people around you and stuff, so you need to get off when that happens, otherwise all damage you do will go to a certain person. As you can just see, I just did a successful vote there, like you should every time. If you don't vote properly, you can get kicked pretty quick from a team, so yeah, you want to keep alert on that. You can dual wield here if you want, but I don't recommend it. See, you just saw the message come up then on mine, and everyone got off it really. And now once this happens, all that you want to do is, I don't know if spam clicking helps, but just spam click on it anyway, because I'm pretty sure that helps. And then dual wield, and I don't think I used soul split this time, but you should use soul split because it can't hit you, and just do as much DPS as you can. And this will happen twice, and after the second time you'll just kill it completely anyway. So yeah, you should just continue going on, invoking and hopping off when the reflect happens like usual, and that's pretty simple, I guess. And also, I don't think I've said this yet, but if it says a bomb after you, a message will pop up on the screen. Get away from people as fast as you can, like the bomb's pretty slow so it won't hit you very quickly, but all you have to do is run away from the people and you'll only get 2k. If you're beside everyone and it hits you, you'll get hit like 7k, and so will everyone else around you, which will probably result in a kick and end up killing you all. And there you can see again the reflect damage, everyone's got to get off. And remember to keep your prayer points and your HP fairly high. And just continue on with the kill like I am. I might make a mage DPS guide after too, because it seems like they do a fair bit of damage. Like, looks like they're doing a bit more damage than me as a melee DPS. And there you go, there's a Voke again. So once again, all that you do after Voke is when it's about to smash down on you, use Freedom, and it shouldn't even hit you with one bleed. Well, it'll probably hit you with one bleed max, if you're slow like I am. And just use Rejuvenation when you can, like I did there. And then, yeah, pretty self-explanatory, I guess. As you can see, I just got hit with a bomb then, and I ran away from everyone so I didn't take as much damage. If a blue bomb comes after you, it's good to use Resonance on the blue bomb because it will hit a fair bit of damage, and yeah, as you can see, someone failed Voking there and one of us died also. And you'll get people that rage if you fail at Voking. One or two people dying doesn't really matter. Well, it depends how many man team you are, but it shouldn't matter too much, but it's always good to try and keep everyone alive because it will help out the most. Yeah, and you want to lure it to that ball also. Every time it reflects, I think it makes a ball, but whenever it's got one of them balls, well, the team has to do is lure it over here and you click fire on the ball and it'll go into it, I guess. There we go, this is the second one where you bring him down. So just spam click, dual wield, soul split, etc. And after this one, just DPS as much as you can, and then once its HP bar gets to 0, you're done the kill. Done the phase, I should say. So So yeah, protect mele on once it gets back up and finish the phase off. And that was fairly easy. Now the third phase, all that you have to do is kill the minions. You don't even have to attack Vorago once. So it is very easy. You gotta try evoke and lure the minions. I forget if it's away or close to each other, but I'm pretty sure it's close to each other because everyone manages ended up getting them on top of each other by the end anyway. So yeah, I should have known this before I made the guide, but I guess it doesn't matter. You want to kill them both at the same time or around about the same time, because if one's dead, the second one that's still alive will go into rage mode and just hit hard and fast. So you want to try to kill them at approximately the same time, but if you can't, it doesn't really matter. It's just that you could be getting a little bit more damage. So this is a very fast phase. As you can see, they're almost both dead, and they're like lured right next to each other here. So yeah, and no one's complaining, so I guess you gotta lure them near each other by using provoke. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. And yeah, you saw the message come up saying that one goes to rage mode because only one was dead, but they both started almost the same time, so you didn't get much damage. Now for the fourth phase, you want to eat up and put a shield on, because you can get hit over 9k damage if you're unlucky. So I always try to stay like 10k plus HP, especially when the waterfalls are gone, and just follow the team. Look for the waterfalls in the corner. All the team will run to one, so it should be easy to find. You can use Surge to get there. And yeah, so whenever that waterfall happens, it's pretty easy. And same deal with evoking. As soon as it smashes on someone, if you're in clockwise or folk order, just evoke off and use your freedom. And it will also reflect on this phase, and it can also spawn a stone minion, which is a copy of you. And when that happens, all that you have to do is get off Vorago and kill the minion. It doesn't take very long. I recommend dual wielding to kill it. And also on this phase, you don't have to wear a shield. You can dual wield, but it's really up to you, or up to what your team wants, I guess. So yeah, you just saw that provoke there. It's nothing too special. You've been doing it a fair bit so far if you've got past phase 2, I guess. Now we just gotta wait for the VPS to kill them. So yeah, it's not like phase 2 or anything where it keeps regaining health. Once its health bar is 0, it's gone on to the next phase. Okay, so it just did its flame thing now, and you just want to hop to the waterfall in the corner. And yeah, I thought I was going to get hit there because I was one square away from the exact corner, but I didn't end up getting hit. And yeah, just make sure you get the right corner and not one without a waterfall, or otherwise you're going to be stuffed. So I don't think I'll have any more of them flame attacks yet. This kill. And yeah, there'll be another weapon piece coming out of this. There's 3 weapon pieces. One, you get the climber gets the first phase when it jumps onto him. The second one is the second phase at the very end. And the third weapon piece is on the 4th phase, which is this one on the end. There'll be one dedicated mauler, which will put them all together and whack him with it at the very end. So as you can see, I didn't get voted off quick enough there. I got hit for 4.5k, so just remember to stay at a decent HP, otherwise you can get KO'd. So you can see that the reflect got channeled to me then, so yeah, that'll happen to you once in a while. Simple. Okay, we're almost done this phase, I guess. And there we go. I think 1k HP. And that's the end of that phase. Now for the last phase, you shouldn't take much damage at all. All you want to do is dual wield and get the max DPS as you can possibly can. So Berserk, use your thresholds, use adrenaline pots, just as much DPS as you can. This phase does not rely on getting his HP card to 0, it's just on how much DPS you do, and you want to get him to the very end of this by having enough DPS. Once he's at the very end, the guy with the maul will click on the maul and it will finish the kill. So as you can see here, he'll also do reflects. So after that first reflect damage, I recommend using Berserk and then Adrenaline Pot, and you should get him to the end pretty fast after that. Like as you saw there, Berserk, Adrenaline Pot, there's a few basic abilities and then thresholds. You'll get the hang of this pretty easy. Yeah, so simple. Once you got enough DPS coming out, you'll eventually get him to the very end of this and he'll get mauled by the mauler. I can also make guides in other roles at Vorago if anyone wants them. I'll make guides for other rotations as this is the first one, and so on. Alright, so that's the end of the kill, and thank you for watching, and subscribe, like the video, do whatever you feel like if you like it. So yeah. No good drops there. Bye.